Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Preston here, the only mod reviewer on the YouTubes that has no face and is very, very happy and proud of it. Everybody, welcome yourselves to a brand new mod showcase. It has been a very long time since our previous one. Today, we're looking at the More Swords mod for 1.7.10 Forge version. If you guys want to check it out, the link will always be down below in the description. Love giving the mod developer credits because they are awesome for making such a crazy cool mod. So this is actually going to be quite an in-depth mod. It doesn't look like there's a lot, but there's 10 new swords. There's the Wither's Bane, the Aether's Guard, Glacial Blade, Crystalline Blade, Iron Sword, Taconic Blade, Gladius, Vampiric Blade, Dawnstar, and the Adenium Arc. And then there's also new enchantments, 2 enchantments per sword, except for one sword. I forget which sword it is, but I think it's either the Glacial or the Crystalline, but it only has one enchantment because the other one is broke by the developer himself. He even said on the forums. It was hilarious. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate what these swords do and each enchantment, and it's going to take us a bit of time, so be patient. Alright guys, we're going to be looking at the Dawnstar sword first. It does 3 hearts of damage with 1268 durability. If you guys want to know how to craft it, just pay attention to the top left screen. You will see the crafting recipe on there. Isn't that awesome that I do that for you guys? I'm such a nice person. So anyways, I like the look of the Dawnstar sword. It looks very, very nice. Now we're going to be using the help of our very, very friendly and nice and beautiful emerald cows, because regular cows just aren't strong enough to withstand the power of the Dawnstar sword. So the Dawnstar sword, like most of the swords in the More Swords mod, have 2 different enchantments, and this one has Sparks 1, which cannot get higher than that, and then Sparks, or Ignite 3, which can go from Ignite 1, 2, or 3. So Ignite is very simple. It's like Fire Aspect. If you have Ignite 1, 2, or 3, that's how much hearts of damage are going to be dealt in fire. So if you have Ignite 3 on and you hit an enemy, it's going to light them and deal 3 hearts of fire damage. But the really cool one is Sparks. So what Sparks does is that within a couple of block radius, if you hit, let's say, you know, this cow right here, it's going to light anything else within the radius on fire too. So that's going to help you, you know, if you're playing on a server with your friends and you want to put this mod on for a cool PvP battle, or maybe you're just killing a bunch of mobs. It's going to be able to help you kill them a lot easier. It's actually really helpful for clearing out cow pens, because then you get all of their cooked steak meat, which is really, really awesome. And don't forget, guys, these are the 2 enchantments that can only be applied naturally to the Dawnstar. If you want to apply these to, like, let's say the Taconic Blade, you would have to use it in game mode, and that goes for all the enchantments, because there's 2 specific enchantments to each sword, and if you wanted to add them to the other ones, you couldn't do it except for in game mode. So now let's get on to the Taconic Blade. Alright, sorry about that, guys. We're actually going to take a look at the Vampiric Blade next, which has 3.5 hearts of damage, and then also 812 durability. And now, I really like the look of these swords on the More Swords mod. They are very, very beautiful. Once again, we have our 2 very lovely cows over here. These biddies are going to help us test out the Vampiric Blade. So it has Vitality 1 and then Feast 1 through 3. So what Vitality does is you can actually right click it and it will activate a health boost and regeneration to kind of give you guys some buffs. Now in order to do this, it does actually take away from the durability of the sword. So if I were to go out of game mode, as you guys can see, it lowered the sword by basically half, which is pretty crazy, but it gives you instant hearts back, regeneration, and a couple of other cool enchantments. So it's a very nice sword to have. And the good thing about the sword is that with Feast on it, it actually regenerates its durability by hitting other mobs and players. So it has a chance to give you 0 to 3 points back per hit, and it multiplies by the amount of Feast points you have in it. So I have Feast 3, so it's going to be basically anywhere between 0 to 9 points of durability I can get back when I hit a mob. So it's a very useful sword to use, because if you're in a pinch, boom, right click it, and if it breaks, it does give you health boost, regeneration, and all that good stuff like that. Now it is time for the Gladius Sword. It looks very, very pretty. It actually kind of looks like an emerald sword almost a little bit, doesn't it? So the Gladius Sword has Absorb and then also Venomous Aspect. Now Venomous Aspect is basically like poisoned, so you can actually poison a mob for 3 seconds if you have the Venomous Aspect 3. If you have Venomous Aspect 1, it's only going to poison them for 1 second, and if you have 2, it's going to poison them for 2 seconds. Very, very, very basic. But the cool thing about the sword is that when you have Absorb on it, it has a chance to regenerate 0 to 2 of your hunger bars. So I'm going to keep smacking these guys around, and as you guys saw, I just went to full hunger right there from killing a couple of cows. It's a very handy sword to have around if you're slaying zombies and you're getting very, very hungry and you want some zombie flesh. It is finally time to take a look at the Taconic Blade, which deals 3.5 hearts of damage and also 1039 durability. So for this test, we need something a little bit more bulky, something with more junk in its trunk, like our friendly Emerald Golem over here. So in the overworld, well anyways, I guess I should explain probably the enchants for the sword before. It is Keen Edge 3, which one enchantment of Keen Edge is 1 extra damage for the sword. So it's got Keen Edge 3, which technically gives it 3 extra damage. And then Scorn 1 allows it to deal more damage when you're in dimensions other than the overworld. So like the Nether, or any dimensions if you have like ore spawn mod or any other kind of cool mods like that. So we have the Emerald Golem in here. Let's see how many hits it takes to kill him. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it takes 15 hits to kill this guy over here in the normal dimension. Now if we go over here to the Nether, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's about double damage, but it doubles the damage, when you're in another dimension. So I think the damage is a little bit different, because it took, 11 hits to kill him in the Nether, and then 15 to kill him in the normal dimension. So I don't know if that's quite on spot, but nonetheless, it does increase the damage when you do kill mobs or players in other dimensions, which is really cool. We get a look at what, in my opinion, is the most beautiful sword out of all of them on this mod. It is the Eye of Ender sword, dealing 4 hearts of damage with 1580 durability. That is a ridiculous amount. So this one has 2 enchantments, of course, and this thing isn't really about damage. It's more about, guess what it is? Teleportation. So it has Ender Pulse and Ender Aura. So what Ender Pulse does is it allows you to, let's say, okay, I'm going to look at a block. I'm going to look at this anvil. If I right click it, I'll teleport to it, and it has a max of 18 blocks per enchantment level. So I've got 3 on it, so it's going to give us, 36 plus another 18, too lazy to do the math, 54. So we should be able to technically teleport to pretty much everything within sight, but it's just really, really cool because it's instantaneous teleportation. Now, the thing is, if you're out of game mode, which I am not, it will deal 50 damage of durability to the sword, so it will... Oh, I'm trapped with the witch! Oh my god, I'm trapped with the witch, guys! I need to get out of here! Oh my god! Hold on! Can we get out? Oh, she's damaging me! Oh, I killed her! I'm so sorry! That was Rob's mom, and we just killed her. And then now we were teleported down here? What? What is going on in this mod showcase, guys? I think something has kind of gone a bit crazy. Alright, so as you guys can see anyways, it's a really funny sword. Also, you're going to take 1 heart of falling damage whenever you teleport, but it looks like I'm only taking actually half a heart. So I think the creator might have messed that up. But anyways, you guys get the idea. It's a really, really cool enchant because you can teleport all around, but it does sacrifice some durability of the sword, so you don't want to spam it too much. Now, the other thing is, it also has a chance to teleport you to other mobs around in the area if you are hit by another mob. It has a 15% chance, which I think this increases. No, it doesn't. So Ender Aura is the one that gives this, and you have a 15% chance to be teleported to another mob. So let's say I've got this guy right here, and I've got an Emerald Cow right here. So let's say we get hit by the spider, which is right over here. Come on, come here, spider. Come here, come here. We need you to hit us a couple of times. So we should be getting teleported. Oh, okay, Iron Golem, do not hurt Mr. Spider. He was trying to help us test something. Alright, so since science is being a little bit difficult today, we will pull on the emerald gear because we need a little bit extra cushion right now for the pushing. We are getting a little bit destroyed, so let me put on this beautiful, beautiful emerald gear right now. And I also lost my beautiful spawn eggs of my beautiful creatures, which I definitely want back. So give me, I don't want a witch, get out of here. I want my cow and I want my beautiful, beautiful iron golem. Or emerald golem, excuse me. So, oh, and we also, don't forget, we have to get some spiders because we need them to teleport us to other mobs around in the distance. So, just in case this doesn't work, I will go ahead and put a spider in, let's say, well, we can't put him over here. He's just going to climb out. So, let's just put him right here. He shouldn't be able to get out of this area, so he's going to kind of be stuck right here, you know. He looks like a sad sack of a little spider. So, we'll get this. No, okay, you know what, Golem? I'm sorry, but I have to kill you because you're being rude, and you're killing my test subject. So will you please stop just for a second? Please, Iron Golem. Okay, there he goes. He's dead. Thank God. Okay, now we can officially test this out. So I'm going to place a couple spiders. Now, it's supposed to only teleport you within 35 blocks. So let's see. I will hit this spider, and are we going to get teleported? I think you have to hold the sword out. Is that what you have to do? Or do you have to right-click? No. Right-click will teleport us. But I don't think the Ender Aura is working. That or it's not active, because we're definitely within 35 blocks of mobs within the area. So I know it's only a 15% chance, but I mean, oh, there it is. It worked. So as you guys can see, we got teleported to the cow getting hit. So it's kind of a nice little thing. It's not really super useful, but, you know, it's kind of a cool little bit of a unique enchant. So anyways, that is that. Now we have the glass cannon of the More Swords mod. So what this one is, it's the crystalline sword. Doesn't deal too much damage and also has a little bit of the low durability side, but it is still cool nonetheless. Now this one is the sword that I was talking about that has only one enchantment, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know what? It's okay. So the only enchantment it has is greed. Now where is it? It's in here somewhere. Greed, there it is, greed. So the other enchantment, which is called wisdom, is broke by the developer himself, which is kind of funny. I've actually never seen that happen, so you know, I thought it was kind of cute. So basically what this one does is it's called greed. Now if you have greed 3 on, you have a 21% chance in getting 1 to 3 extra orbs of experience per monster that you kill. So if we put down the emerald cow right here, let's see how much orbs we're gonna get. So we got 1 right there. Oh, actually I think we got a couple. Let's see, this time I think we're getting about the same amount. So let's see, let's get out of game mode here so we can actually really see how much XP we're getting from the cow. So, oh yeah, so you can see right there, I'm getting XP before the cow even dies with greed on. Now, if you had greed 1 on, you'd have a 7% chance. Greed 2, you'd have 14% chance. But we got greed 3, so we got 21% chance, boys. Up next, we have the Glacial Blade, which is probably a close second for me in like the scale of how awesome these swords look, because they all look so cool. But it has 3 hearts of damage, and then also 680 durability. So the Glacial Blade has 2 enchantments as well, Frost Wave 1 and Frozen Aspect 3. So what Frost Wave does, or is it, no, Frozen Aspect is what it does, is per level, it will slow the mob or player for 3 seconds. So since we have we have Frozen Aspect 3, it will slow them for a total of 9 seconds. So you can see this would be helpful if you're clearing out a lot of mobs, right? It's like, look at the spider. I'm able to actually outrun him. It's kind of sad. It's like I'm over here teasing him and just like kind of punching him and messing around with him, but he's just so slow, he can't do anything. And now what Frostwave is it's very similar to the first enchant that we looked at, which is Ignite. So let's say we have 2 emerald cows in these pins right here, and we go back into game mode 0. If you hit this cow, it's gonna poison both of them, but this cow is gonna have a 9-second slow, while this cow is only gonna have a 1.5 second slow. So you'd have to constantly hit the mobs that you're trying to slow, but it'll slow them all around, right? So like, let's say for example you're trying to, I don't know, wave clear 30-40 mobs in a dungeon, and you have this enchantment on. It's going to really help you because you'll be able to kite them. You'll be able to basically back up and continue to hit them, and they'll just kind of chase you, but really slow. It's kind of like how if you ever play UHC, or if you're fighting a zombie and you back up but still hit them to take damage, or to not take any damage. So it's a really cool enchantment. It is now time to take a look at Aether's Guard, which boasts 4 damage per hit and 1,796 damage. Oh my goodness gracious, that is a crazy amount of durability. So the really cool thing about Aether's Guard is that it has 2 enchantments, Ascension and Descension. I know, Ascension kind of reminds me of Call of Duty Zombies. So what Ascension does is, let's say you've got a, oh, we don't have, what happened to our cows? No, listen, emerald cows, you come right back here right now. So for cows, Ascension is going to launch them in the air, and the more that you use it, the more high they're going to get, basically. So you can constantly hit them as they're falling, and kind of like, almost like, look at them, you can kind of just keep them straight in the air for as long as you can manage to hit them, which is really fun. And then of course they're going to take a pretty good amount of fall damage, so that is also very useful. So like, I think you could just, like, if you had fly on, yeah, you could just sit up, look at how high he is, and he's going to fall to his death. Boom. Oh, he is a big man. He didn't take, wait, does he do golems not take fall damage? Okay, maybe golems don't take fall damage, but the other enchantment is Descension. So let's say you wanted to be really cool and impress your friends, and jump down and, you know, try to, like, fake them, like, I'm gonna jump off the cliff and die, and then you're like, oh, wait, I can hold shift button, and I can descend very gracefully. So you could actually go as high as you wanted to, like, really, really high, and then stop at the very last second possible. Okay, that wasn't the last second possible, but it's a really cool enchant by this sword. I really, really like it. The Wither's Bane is a very spooky sword. So the difference in this sword is that it's got 4 damage and then 1,896 durability. Holy crap, and it looks so sinister and so nethery. It's awesome. This sword has 2 enchantments, which are Consuming Shadows 3 and Decay 1. So what Consuming Shadows does is it has a 12% chance to hit, and of course, all these numbers on the swords that have, level 1, 2, or 3 are scaling, which means, they're going to go up every time you have, like, level 1, level 2, level 3, just like sharpness 1, sharpness 2, sharpness 3. So what this does is it has a chance to blind the target for 1.5 seconds, and of course that goes up if it's, level 3. And then it also has a chance to add the wither effect on them temporarily. So as you can see, that little poor spider was withered for a few seconds, and even the zombie pigman, who is not affected by poison, is still affected by the wither effect, which is very, very deadly, and as you can see, it killed him. Now, Decay is what it does is it applies the wither effect, I believe, permanently. Oh, not permanently, sorry. It applies it for 4 seconds. So it's basically always going to apply the wither effect, which is going to make them get damaged really, really bad. And as you guys know, wither will kill you. Unlike poison, and if you guys can see this, if you keep stacking on them, it's going to hit them with multiple wither effects. And so they're going to take a ridiculous amount of damage the more times you hit them. So this sword is kind of like a poison sting sword. The more you get hit with it, the more the poison hurts. Alright guys, so I've saved the best for last. This is the Adenium Arc. Super OP, infinite damage, infinite durability. Pretty much everything you could ever want it. So you can see we'll spawn an Emerald Golem and it will literally one-shot him into oblivion. Now, this sword has 2 enchantments just like the other ones. It has Stealth, which these, for some reason, you can't apply both enchantments to the sword. You can only apply it to them individually. And of course, to get these swords, you need like a command block, so you could never get them on a normal world. So if you hold the right-click button, it's supposed to make you go invisible, but it looks like it's a little bit glitchy. It looks like it only works for a split second, and then it stops. Now, this might be because of my armor. I will take this off just to verify. Let's see. Oh, yep, it is. So you right-click it once. So, if you hold it, that's bad news. So, yeah, the really cool thing about the stealth of the sword is that it doesn't show any particle effects, and it also lasts forever. So that's the only difference it has between a normal invisibility potion and the stealth enchantment. And you can also toggle it, which is really, really cool. I like that a lot. Now, the other thing is called Extinction, and it is exactly how it sounds. So let's say you got a bunch of pesky golems running around. You hit them once with Extinction, and all of them die. All instances of the mob or item will die. So let's see, for these, if we hit these and break them, I believe it will break all of the ones on the server, if I'm not mistaken. So let's say, for example, we hit glass blocks. Oh, so it's only going to break things that can get broken, I'm assuming, in one shot. So I think it works with boats. So let's spawn a bunch of boats right here. So let's say you get a bunch of pesky boats, and they're just kind of, all your friends came over and partied, and you want to just get rid of these boats. Well, you could just get rid of them all within one ferocious swing. Hi-ya! So it's a really, really cool enchantment. But of course, you can't use it on anything that actually has to be broken. But let's say you have infinite amounts of spiders that are just crawling around. And you're just like, oh my god, I hate creepy crawlies. Smack! Boom. Kill them. And they're all gone. Literally, like, deleted from the world forever. So anyways, guys, this was the More Swords mod. I hope you guys did enjoy. This was my first mod showcase that I've done in a long time. I put a lot of hard work and effort and time into it. So if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below, subscribe, and share the video around. And let me know what you guys think about the mod showcase and what I can do in future mod showcases to make it even better and more enjoyable for you guys. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.